the TV down. Want to come up here and discuss some topics, child. Some topics. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I don't know why my TikTok is so blurry. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. That's what I'm trying to figure that out. Hold on. The top is real blurry. Okay, but anyway, we finna get into Chrisean Rock. I don't know, y'all, if it's just me or that whole thing was a setup to me, right? Now, I'm not trying to make it seem like Chrisean is the most innocent person in the world. I am not doing that. But I find it real ironic that her mom, not her mom, but Blueface mom had a camera crew there. So why would you have a camera crew at court at that time? That's what gave me setup vibes. Now, it's up to Chrisean to know her warrants, right? That's not on nobody else but Chrisean. I get that part. But it's given that y'all kind of set that girl up. And shout out to Marsh. Shout out to Marsh because Marsh ran into that courtroom and got the child. And my thing is, every time Chrisean talk about warrant, she say, well, my attorney's got that. You know, it's covered. So I ain't got to worry about that. But it don't seem like they had it covered. Because if they had it covered, you know what I'm saying, she wouldn't have got arrested. And for Blueface father, who's been living in Chrisean house rent-free, to not want to take that child, talking about I don't want to babysit when that's your grandchild, it's out of order. Out of order. So it's like all the times he had the baby in the camera and doing it, that was just for social media. And he talked, Blueface father, the way he talked to Carlissa, we kind of see where Blueface get a little of that from. But I honestly feel like they set that girl up to get that baby taken, because her having a camera crew there, it just doesn't make sense. Why, if they didn't know that she was going to get arrested or this was going to happen? And I don't think Chrisean is innocent. I want to be very clear, right? I think she has problematic ways and she does problematic things, right? But I think two things can be true at once, right? She can have problematic ways and do things that maybe parents should not do, but at the same time, she could have got set up too. That's just my opinion. But I just couldn't believe Chrisean father talking about, I'm not taking him. I'm not a babysitter. That's not my responsibility. And then Carlissa was like, we're the grandparents. That is your responsibility. Now, she gets in the car and was like, I would have took the baby if it was up to me. But Chrisean said, call Marsh. So Chrisean was the one who wanted Marsh to do it. Because I've seen a lot of people say, like, she doing this for clout. She doing this for clout. I don't think that girl want her baby taken. I think she love clout. She love entertainment. She like putting her business out on the internet. But I do not think she wants her baby taken. I'm not going to say that at all. That's crazy. Let me see. And then I want to know, who are the two women who were in the bathroom with Junior? Because you know he has that problem, right? So I would be really like overprotective. And I think that's why Marsh ran into the bathroom. Because when she came to court, her first question was, "Where's the baby? Where's the baby?" And she ran and took the baby. And as you see, she came out with the stroller and everything. So like I'm wondering who was those two girls like changing him. And then Carlissa, she's on live. She hears the baby screaming. She's not going to check on the baby to see if the baby's okay. I don't know. It's just some things are just not adding up. Because honestly, I don't think Chrisean would have came to court if she knew she was finna get arrested and was gonna be away from her child. But that's just me, y'all. I know Marsh, after she took the baby, she was like, "Look, I had a hair appointment." And Carlissa was like, "Well, let's just wait and see what Blueface want to do." And it's like, nah, we need to go make sure that baby has a stability now. And I feel like Marsh is going to give that, because Marsh is the only person that I truly feel care about Chrisean. I don't think anybody else really care about that girl, which, I mean, they might have their reasons, you know. But I think Marsh is the only person that truly, truly cares about her. So I'm happy that she got Marsh, and Marsh was able to get her child. But what else was I finna say about that? Damn, there was one more thing I was finna say. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna show y'all. Look at the way Marsh came in there. I'm finna reverse. I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so hold on, y'all. I'm finna flip both cameras. And y'all can't see it. Those was the two women. Marsh trying to figure out who was this woman in the bathroom with Junior. So a girl named Kiki was in there. But my thing is, Carlissa, you knew they was in the bathroom with the baby and you didn't go. You didn't go and check on the baby. So now all of a sudden when Marsh get there, you're like, well, these two women in the bathroom with Junior, and that's how I feel like it's a little fishy. Because if you're the grandma, why wasn't you in the bathroom? Why didn't you take the child if you really cared about the child? That's how I feel like she the one who called. Definitely. Because that doesn't make any sense to me. But now, unfortunately, both of the parents are locked up. Allegedly, they found drugs in Blueface's cell. So he's going to be there even longer. And his court date is until July 29th. So it looked like, unfortunately, both parents are there. But the good thing is, Junior got his godmother, who is Marsh. And as you see, she ran in there to get her godchild. So... child, when I found more information about them and what's going on, like I said, Blue court date is until July 29th. I don't know Chrisean court date as far as her warrant. But when I found more information, I'll let y'all know. But that's wild. That is wild. That's unfortunate. And it's like you just watching a train wreck kind of just go. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can really do but just watch. But the next person I want to get into is Sexyy Red. Not Sexyy Red. Let me see if I can find a video for y'all. Why was you out there fighting? Let me tell you something. There is nothing anybody can do to get me on the no-fly list, okay? When you see me at the airport and you want to try me, baby, I'm going to let you have it. You got it. You got it. Now, when we get on that shuttle bus in the parking lot, it's on and popping. But at the airport, there's nothing you can do to get me on the no-fly list. And Sexyy Red, baby, you need that to travel around. You know what I'm saying? You're a star now. You're go to city to city. So for you to even put yourself in that position is crazy. My thing is, where's your security? Why are the people around you encouraging you fighting and even fighting with you, knowing, you know, the position that you're in? That's questionable to me. And this is when you have to start, like, disassociating yourself from certain people, right? Not because you think you better, but because you have things to lose. And when you're around people who don't got nothing to lose, they don't care. They will have you fighting at the airport. Airport security. Now, Sexyy Red, she's grown, right? So she has to handle her own business. But at the same time, you need to surround yourself and have a good team around you for situations like this. Now, Sexyy Red, you did pick up that damn divider. She picked it up, held it up, and was about to throw it, y'all. Like a mess. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Cause I can't believe. Dad, what was it? I thought I saved it. But I want better for Sexyy Red and the people that's around her. Cause that's not good. That's not good. And I don't see why she didn't have security with her from the beginning. Cause when you hire security, this takes all the liability off you, right? That's the whole point of having security. Somebody calling me. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see if I can find a video. If I can't, I'm gonna just move on. Hold on. And they not telling us what the fight was for. Let me go to the blog page. I know they got it. Now she did come online talking about that ain't me, but everybody peeped the spider Crocs. Everybody know that's her. Somebody from Tampa, Florida keep calling me. Okay, here you go. I'm about to flip both. I'm on YouTube and my camera on here is a little blurry. I'm on YouTube and TikTok. Let me start it from the beginning. Out of control. There's no way y'all getting on a plane like that. And they call her on candid camera holding the divider. It's just a time and place. It's a time and place for stuff like that. Okay, I'm about to switch the camera back. Let me flip this camera back. Okay, I'm on both YouTube and TikTok. But yeah, I feel like you got too much to lose. I think you can't move like that no more, right? Once you get to a certain level, people are going to want to try you to get money. And you gotta know that. And some stuff you gotta let slide. That's why you gotta have security to back them off. When you feel yourself getting into an altercation, I'm not saying not to defend yourself. Always defend yourself, but you gotta be smart in the way you defend yourself now that you in this type of lane. So I don't know what the beef is about. We still trying to figure it out. There was no detail on any of the blog pages that I looked at. So when I get more detail, I'll let y'all know. But either way, whatever the situation was, I just don't personally think that it was worth it. Because what you gonna do? Road trip it out? Like, that's the only other option if you on a no-fly list is to be on the road. And who's finna ride in a car? Like, that's crazy for hours and hours from city to city. I mean, unless the tour bus life is your thing. I don't know about all that, but child, moving on, moving on. Okay, so the next person I want to talk about is Micheal. This was a very unfortunate event, and I really don't like how people are trying to laugh at it because he's a man. And I don't even want to say statements like if the roles were reversed, because the roles don't have to be reversed, right? The moment that woman put her hands on that man inappropriately, that's sexual assault. You could tell he was very uncomfortable. And people were like, but he's laughing and he's smiling. That's how it looks when you're uncomfortable. When you got a name, you got a brand. You don't want to be the irritating one, the difficult one, the weird one. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to be cool. So, and I think he was in shock. Because if you look at his eyes, he's looking around like, Dad, do anybody else see this? Like, he was looking like, I need some help. And to do that in front of kids. Now, if that man wanted to press charges, she would have got more charges because the assault was in front of a child. Even though the kids didn't see it because they were looking forward, it was still in the room in the vicinity of children, right? So if he decides to press charges, that's going to be really bad for her. And I don't think we need to take stuff like this lightly. This is how assault on men and boys just go unnoticed, and they kind of just have to deal with it because it's not taken serious, right? I think we need to look at this, and I'm happy he's not like rubbing it off like, no, it's okay, y'all, it's cool. He said, no, I'm taking this real serious. And I think that women, you know, they should respect themselves in the way they approach men, and I agree. That was very inappropriate. You need to keep your hands to yourself, right? You're groping a man's private part. Like, when has that ever been okay? And then people like, if that was a IG bag, if that was that, y'all missing the point. Y'all missing a point. And I hope the ones who make excuses like this do not have sons. I hope they don't. Because if they sons ever come to them, they gonna laugh it off like, you a boy, you good. No, you're not okay. And that should never be okay. Like, boys, their body should be respected as well, right? Their body should be honored as well. And I don't see why people think that this is like a laughing matter. Like, this is disgusting. And for the streamer, he tried to make light of it too. Like, what did he say? It's not that deep, y'all. I tried to ignore it, but people kept trying to bring it up. You trying to ignore it? You trying to ignore sexual assault? Sexual assault should never be ignored just because it's your family member. But then he later came back and apologized. Is 14 inches too big? How does 14 inches relate to the topic I'm talking about? Communist translator, you're out of pocket. Out of pocket. On YouTube this afternoon. Anyway. Yeah, I just feel like this needs to be taken very, very seriously. I hope this is a learning moment for her. Because it's like, who else do you do this to? And for you to feel that comfortable when cameras was coming on, it's like, what else are you doing in private? If you felt that comfortable to do that in public, that's nasty. That's real nasty. But if he press charges or anything like that, you know, I will let y'all know. And the last thing, I just want to come on here real quick. Good 20-25 minute power hour, you know. Tap the screen, y'all. Share the live. Try to hit the live goal. The last thing I want to talk about is Brian Steele. Brian Steele is Young Thug's attorney, okay? So let me catch y'all up real quick, right? So he has to spend the next 10 weeks 10 weekends in jail because so one of the witnesses that was in court had a conversations in chambers. When I say in chambers, I mean the judge's office, right? So the judge and the prosecutor had conversation with a witness, right? And there were things said in those chambers. Young Thug attorney feels like I should have been privy to the conversation in the topics that y'all were having, and I wasn't. But I found out that y'all talked about this. Instead of the judge addressing that issue, the judge say, "So who told you?" He's like, "I'm not telling you that." He said, "No, I want you to tell me who told you. I'm gonna hold you in contempt." He was like, "I'm gonna give you 5 minutes." He said, "I don't need 5. I don't need 5 because I'm not telling you. That's attorney-client privilege." He said, "Okay, well, I can possibly put you in jail if you don't." He said, "Okay, fine." He got up, took the suit off, took the tie off, because he's like, that's not okay. Anything that y'all talk about, I should be privy to, or it's like an ambush. But the judge don't look at it like that. The judge feel like he doesn't have to let him know, even though he's a key witness. He doesn't have to let him know the conversations that the judge and the prosecutor have. That should just be separate, which seemed a little sneaky to me. And Brian Steele, who is Young Thug's attorney, was like, "Well, that's cool. You can take me to jail. All I ask is that you put me with him so we can continue on with the case." Look, if my attorney ain't stepping like that, I don't want him. I don't want him or her. So now Brian Steele's wife is representing him. But he was cool with it. He's like, "That's fine." And he even said before, he said, "I would die for this." He said, "This is what I do. I've been doing this for 30 years, 33 years. Like, this is what I do. I've had over 300 motions. Like, I do this." So he a ride or die attorney. He said he willing to go to jail. He's not telling who told him about the conversations privy, which is amazing to me how a judge is more concerned with who told him the conversation between, instead of why did that conversation happen without him knowing. That's the question. But honestly, this case has been a mess since it started. Like, ever since the beginning, they just been doing off the wall stuff. So this is not shocking. They've been asking for a mistrial for the longest because it's just a mess. It is really a hot mess. And I feel like the judge knew he was wrong because Brian Steele, Young Thug's attorney, was like, "Well, if you take me to jail and I ain't got no bond, I would just really like you to put me with Thug." And the judge was like, "Well, if that happens, if that," like he started to change his demeanor and the language that he used instead of saying, "I'm gonna hold you in contempt," like he said before. Something a little off. Like, it's giving that the judge and the prosecutor are working together and they team working, and they had lunch, they had dinner. They be talking about this case on the phone, and they like, "Look, this is what we gonna do today." That's what it's been given, this whole case. So y'all, so right now, the wife is representing him. Once I find out more information, I gotta let my royalties know, because this is a mess. I would never thought that a person would go to jail for holding his right to counsel, to making sure that he doesn't discuss anything between them because they have attorney-client privilege. So for him to be arrested for that, and then he was like, "Well, Judge, before I leave, you're basically taking my right to counsel away from him. We can't continue this if I'm not in court." So that's when he decided, "Okay, well, you'll just be in jail for the weekends, not the week, so you don't miss court." Ooh, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in this case. I don't know, but it does seem sneaky that you wouldn't want to tell me what y'all talked about in chambers. And allegedly it was given off, "If you don't testify, I'm gonna hold you in contempt." So they're pretty much forcing witnesses to come. And that's why when you see videos and clips of witnesses, they giving like snobby answers and they getting the attitude, they catching the attitude. That's why. Because they're irritated, because they're forcing them to be there. They really don't want to be there and testify. But child, I like to hop on, rant real quick for 20-30 minutes. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all like And when I get more information, as always, I'm gonna let y'all know. And make sure y'all come over and follow my YouTube as well and YouTubers. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all follow. Y'all hit that notification. And always, I appreciate y'all. Bye, y'all. Okay, bye, YouTube.